Tom Holland will not be playing Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday. That's the headline that's been making waves across the internet. And technically, it's true, but before you start panicking, let me break this down for you, because the reality is far more interesting than you might think. Here's the deal. Due to a scheduling conflict with Christopher Nolan's upcoming film, The Odyssey, Holland won't be physically present for all of Spidey's scenes. Instead, Marvel's using a time-tested Hollywood technique. They're bringing in a body double for majority of the movie. So let's break this all down. Now, this isn't as crazy as it sounds. In fact, it's a pretty common practice in big-budget films. Remember in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame when Benedict Cumberbatch couldn't make it to the set? They used a double for Doctor Strange in some scenes and shot his close-ups later. It's the same deal here. A body double, likely Holland's regular stunt performer, will handle the action scenes in any shots where Spider-Man is fully masked. Then, when Holland's schedule frees up, he'll come in to film the face-to-face emotional moments and record dialogue. It's a smart solution that allows Marvel to keep production moving while respecting Holland's other commitments. This approach actually makes a lot of sense for Spider-Man. Think about it, Spidey spends a good chunk of his time in full costume anyway. With some clever editing and Holland's voice work, most viewers probably won't even notice the difference. Now, you might be wondering, why not just delay filming until Holland is available? Well, Avengers Doomsday is shaping up to be a massive production with a huge ensemble cast. Coordinating everyone's schedules is a logistical nightmare. This workaround lets them shoot Spider-Man scenes without holding up the entire movie. It's worth noting that Tom Holland is still very much committed to the role of Peter Parker. He said in recent interviews that he's actively discussing a fourth solo Spider-Man film, but he wants to make sure it's worth the while of the character. Some fans are worried this means Spider-Man will have a reduced role in Avengers Doomsday, but according to inside sources, that couldn't be further from the truth. Spidey is said to have a major part to play in the film's storyline. Remember, after the events of No Way Home, nobody knows Peter Parker's secret identity anymore. This means a lot of his scenes might be in full costume anyway, making the body double work even more seamless. It's also worth mentioning that Tom Holland has been doing many of his own stunts up to this point. He's got a background in gymnastics, and there's some impressive footage of him flipping and running during the freeway fight in No Way Home. So, while a stunt double will be filling in, Holland's athletic abilities have definitely contributed to making Spider-Man's movements feel authentic. Some skeptics are pointing out that using stunt doubles for action scenes is pretty standard in superhero films anyway. And they're right, but this situation goes a bit beyond that. We're talking about potentially using the double for dialogue scenes too, with Holland dubbing over later. It's more extensive than usual, but again, not unprecedented in Hollywood. There's been a bit of confusion about the production timeline too. Initially, filming was set to start in March 2025, but it looks like that might have been pushed back to April. It's a small delay, but it shows that Marvel is working hard to make sure everything aligns perfectly. In the end, this is a smart compromise that ensures Tom Holland's Spider-Man remains a key player in the MCU, while allowing the actor to pursue other exciting projects. It's a win-win situation. We get more Spidey action, Holland gets to work with legendary directors like Christopher Nolan, and Marvel keeps one of its biggest stars happy. As always, stay tuned for more updates on Avengers Doomsday and the future of Spider-Man in the MCU. And if you want to see an update video on Spider-Man 4, click here.